The West African Regional Bloc said on Saturday that it would lift strict sanctions on Niger as it seeks a new strategy to dissuade 3 junta-led states from withdrawing from the political and economic union. Leaders of the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS, met to address a political crisis in the coup-hit region that deepened in January with the military-ruled Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali's decision to exit the 15-member bloc. ECOWAS President Omar Touré.
Closure of land and air borders between ECOWAS countries and Niger to be lifted. No-fly zone of all commercial flights to and from Niger is to be lifted. Suspension of all commercial and financial transactions between ECOWAS member states and Niger is to be lifted.
ECOWAS closed borders and imposed strict measures on Niger last year after soldiers detained President Mohamed Bazoum and set up a transitional government. It was one of a series of recent military takeovers that have exposed the bloc's inability to halt democratic backsliding. The sanctions have forced Niger, already one of the world's poorest countries, to slash government spending and default on debt payments of more than $500 million. Touré added that some targeted and political sanctions remained in place for Niger without giving details. The decision to lift sanctions was done for humanitarian reasons, according to the communiqué. But the move will be seen as a gesture of appeasement as ECOWAS tries to persuade the 3 junta states to remain in the alliance. Their planned exit would bring a messy disentanglement from the bloc's trade and services flows, worth nearly $150 billion a year. ECOWAS said it had lifted certain sanctions on junta-led Guinea, which has not said it wants to leave the bloc, but has not committed to a timeline to return to democratic rule. ECOWAS also imposed sanctions on Mali, although they were lifted in 2022. The 3 countries have called ECOWAS' sanctions strategy illegal and grounds for their decision to leave the bloc immediately without abiding by usual withdrawal terms. The 3 have started cooperating under a pact known as the Alliance of Sahel States and sought to form a confederation. However, it is not clear how closely they plan to align political, economic and security interests as they struggle to contain a decade-old battle with Islamist insurgents.